Hello guys, welcome to episode filmmaking. I'm Kenny, your host today. So this is about camera 101, how to use your camera for filmmaking, about the basic like the ISO, shutter speed, aperture, and also white balance. So I'm gonna cover all of this for today. So let's check it out. So here we are. I'm with my A7 Mark II. You can use your other brands such as Canon, Nikon, or Sony, Fuji, you name it. So first thing first, 150. This is the shutter speed. Shutter speed in filmmaking refer like shutter angle. So if you go down, you get more motion blur. If you go up, you will get more choppy image and darker image. Because the speed of the shutter is going fast, you will get less light. That's why you get dark image. Mainly in filmmaking, you want 50 or 60 for 25 frame per second or 24. You can choose one of those. If you're at 100 frame per second, you want 200. If you're at 60, you want 60 or 50. Yeah, you can choose 100 or 125. It depends your style. More number, more choppy. Less number, get blur, motion blur. So that's what you need to know about shutter speed. Next up is aperture. Aperture is your like iris in your eyes. So if the numbers go down, it get brighter. Why the number go down get brighter? Because the aperture will be go like this at 3.5. If you go to like say 11, your eyes will be like this, less light, but you get more focus with f8 up. If you go down 3.5, you get every people like bokeh. Now 3.5 below, you get more depth of field. So it depends what your style you want. Like landscape, maybe you want 8 above, and if you want nice bokeh, you can go down to 3.5. Okay, next up is exposure. Exposure, it tells you if your scenes go bright like +1 right now, or you get like this dark -2. The ideal you want at 0, but it also depends on your style. Mainly I like +1 or +0.7, so I can play with the shadow and the light when editing. Next up, we got ISO. ISO is just like sensitivity for your eyes. When you you crank it down, you get less light. You crank it up, you get more bright image. But there's downside. When you get this bright, it will give you more noise in the black area or shadow. If you go down, you get less noise and even no noise. But I don't say no noise at all, but you will get less noise. Ideally, you want shoot at 100. Why? Because less noise. That's less noise, baby. Less noise as ISO 100. If you go up, you get more noise. So think about it. Ideally, I love when shooting at the dark, maximum ISO I'm using is 3200 or 1600. But I love when using 100 because it's much less noise. But you will need more light and will be more expensive in your filmmaking. So don't put all your money in your camera or your lens, because you will need other things like light, sound, tripod, you can name it. There's a lot more. So think about it before investing with this camera and with lens. Now we see the upsize. Every camera have like this MSAP, but maybe in Nikon and Canon is a little bit different, but they're all the same. M for manual, so you can set this whatever you like. The aperture, the shutter speed, and also the ISO. Yeah, that's for M, manual. Next up we go to S, or shutter speed, or in Nikon, I forgot Nikon what. In this setting you only can affect the shutter speed, but the aperture will adjust itself regarding whatever shutter speed you have. If you set your ISO to, let's see, auto, it will adjust your ISO also instead of your aperture. So I don't want this. I will give the constant ISO, maybe 3200. So it will only affect my aperture. You can see it dragging driven. Next up we go to A, or aperture. So you know what this means. You will set your priority to aperture, so the shutter speed will adjust with your aperture. Next up, program mode. Program mode, I really doesn't know what the heck is this, but mainly it half auto, half manual. So you can adjust when you want the aperture, or you want to adjust the shutter speed. So mainly you want to set this to auto. Yeah, auto. So I don't recommend using the program mode for filmmaking, but if you add landscape or you need a fast setting, you may want to use P. It's less frustrating. But every professional should go to this manual. And also if you're using the Sony, there's the film setting. With this setting you can't use this shutter to record. You want to record using this if you add this setting. Okay, now this is the white balance series. So white balance, you can use like auto white balance if you want very fast setting, and daylight for the outdoor setting with a lot of sunlight. Shade, cloudy, incandescent is for indoor light if you're using tungsten light in your house. Fluorescent also tungsten. And finally we go to custom. Mainly in daylight we use 5600. 5600 is for daylight mainly, but if you want tungsten light balance, you can below like 3000 Kelvin. So it depends what your key light will be. If you're using daylight light daylight or tungsten light, you choose one. Don't mix those two light because it will make your film ugly. Remember that. Don't underestimate the color of the white balance. So that's all about camera 101. So thank you guys for watching my video, and I hope this information will be enough for you to start your own filmmaking. I'm gonna cover the other like the audio and other like camera lenses. Yeah, anything you want, ask for me in the comment like below, and I'm gonna make the other tutorial for all of you. So stay tuned guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.